I've often known as a writer, um, a good writer, you have to read. You have to read a lot, and I don't read, and I haven't been an avid reader since the end of high school. Yeah, but I used to read a lot. I mean, I would devour 300 or 400 pages a week, which might not be a lot to some people, but it was a lot to most people. I mean, I'd probably be near the top of the list. I used to read a lot. I don't read much more, and that's why I think that's one reason why writing suffers. They mentioned at the critique group a couple weeks ago. Well, they asked me if what I'm reading, and I'm like, I haven't actually finished a novel in a while. And the thing is, I haven't started a lot of novels. I mean, in a while. Um, I just skim articles and stuff. And my main excuse has always been because I can't see very well. I mean, I don't focus on letters and books because things are moving so fast, it seems like. But I found out recently it's because my eyes actually one tracks at different speed as the other one. I don't know if they're shaken or if it's just because they track at different speeds. I can't focus read. It makes me tired. I get worn out by reading. But also whenever I have time when I could be reading, I'm just so exhausted. I just want to lay down. I don't feel like exerting myself and doing something like that. And that's been another excuse. And what they brought up to me is you can read, quote unquote, read audiobooks. It helps you learn style, storytelling techniques, that sort of thing. And so I downloaded Hoopla, which is it's the program through the Tulsa City County Library where you can borrow free audiobooks and listen to them and stuff. And I downloaded C.S. Lewis Paralandra because I thought, oh, C.S. Lewis, that was the first one that showed up, and I was like, oh, hey, I like C.S. Lewis back in the day. Well, I liked Narnia when I was young, and I thought I liked C.S. Lewis, but this one's weird. Um, and I don't. I should be more into it than I am. It's an 8.5 hour audiobook, and I listened to 4.5 hours. But I wasn't like sitting right in front of it listening to it. I mean, it was like when I was taking a bath or when I was cooking or sometimes just when I was laying in bed awake, I just listened to my audiobook there. And it's just not, I'm not into it. I don't know what the action is. I don't know what's going on. I mean, is he over on Venus or is he on Earth? I don't. And is he having some kind of hallucination or something? I don't know what's going on. So I'm taking recommendations. If you have any books that audiobooks I can pull for free off Hoopla, that'd be great. If you already have links, that'd be great. If you don't have links and you just have names, I can search them. But I just got on this morning searching, and Robert Heinlein came up, and I read a lot of Robert Heinlein books back in the day. My favorite for a long time was Stranger in a Strange Land. I have my copy in there, and it's so written up. I read it straight through like 7 times. I mean, and I marked it up, and I wrote notes, and I loved it. So I just borrowed from Hoopla Moon is a harsh mistress, which I did. I read that too back and that was so long ago. Maybe it'll help me get back into reading, so I can become a better writer. Because my goal is to be a better writer. Um, I'm like I mentioned it the other day on one of my videos, but I don't know if we saw that or. I'm shelving Globbing Tales. I'm consciously shelving. I mean, over the years, there have been many times when I just don't write for months at a time um, on anything Globbing. But now I'm consciously going to put it aside, and I'm going to focus on becoming a better writer. Actually, listening to audiobooks, reading. Reading some things about the craft type stuff. I want to get on writing again. I haven't had that. I read that book. I'm gonna read it again. Um, but focus on becoming a better writer, and then whenever I do get back in Globbing Tales, hopefully next spring sometime, I'll be able to get in as a better writer, much better writer, and then it'll make more sense. It'll come together, and that's in because I I want to rebel against the rat race. That's the end goal, is to get out of the 40-hour week plugging away at a job I hate when I could be doing something that I like, and that's writing and publishing and promoting. And mostly social media promoting, but I also had this vision of becoming an expert. When you write a book, you become an expert. That's cool. People like ask you, well, what do you think about time travel? Well, I think even if you don't write a nonfiction book, I've heard of fiction writers becoming experts on stuff, because in becoming a good writer, you have to research. You have to do research. You have to do a lot of theoretical thought on subjects, and you might be asked to be on a panel or be on a radio show or a guest on a podcast, or something like that. I would love that kind of thing, and that's it's self promotion, but it's not directly. You're not directly saying go buy my book, go buy my book. But when you talk about something, an issue that's kind of related to your book, your novel, your nonfiction book, whatever, if you talk about something that's related to it, you have potential readers who are more likely to go to Amazon.com and look you up because they're curious. So that's my end goal, is to, or I don't even know if it's not an end. It's just a path along the path. I want to be this guest, this speaker, this who is consulted about stuff, because I like to talk one-on-one. I'm not good at starting conversations, but let's see if that's somebody I know. Oh, it's somebody I know. Hello? Okay, so I hope it paused. I don't know if it paused while I took that call. Listen to this message. get back to where I was, I want to become a talker, a speaker, an expert, because I like to talk. Ask me anything, and I like to, the subject. I like to talk, and I really feel a satisfaction whenever it's something I know something about. So I want to start researching. That's something potentially. I mean, because you write about what you know, and if you don't know firsthand, you research. You read other people's stories, accounts, and then you can be more knowledgeable when you read about it. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that for now. If you have any recommendations for books, let me know. Thanks a lot.